In this video lecture, I'm going to discuss about histogram tool in Alteryx. So here you can see this the Alteryx designer new workflow, and if you go on data investigation, there you can find histogram. So if I click here on the histogram, so here you get this all definition. So by using histogram, so it provides plot for numerical field. So we can use only numerical field. Optionally, it provides the smoother empirical density plot frequency or display when the density plot is not selected, and the probability when this option is selected. The number of breaks can be set by the users and determined automatically using method of Alteryx. So let's understand by example. So here I'm going to use input data drag into the workflow, and here by clicking this drop down you can connect with a file or database. So I'm going to connect with this file. So I already have the file name t.yxt, and here you can see demand id, demand, and a spatial object. So here this is demand, and demand id is the numerical type. Now here after you can see there are so many record inside, so I want to do only top 100. So for this we need to use here filter transformation. So somewhere you can see filter. Now here let's stabilize the link, and click on this. Here you can select demand id, because here this all are means 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 sequence wise. Now here after when that click, here you need to select less than and giving 100. Now after that passing the value into histogram. So go to data investigation, drag this histogram. Now automatically it's taken demand id. You can select anyone from these tools. Now here after the next is when that data come to this place, I want to display into the pictorial forms. So for this we need to use this browse, and now the mapping that has been completed. Run the workflow, and you can see the histogram for the table y d dot yxdb, and here it's did the filtering. Now you can see this is the incoming data. Here go to data, this is the incoming. So here you can see there are 3294 rows are there. After applying filter, now displays that only rich. So here only 100. After that it's created the histogram. Now here when I click this, here this is the rendering. Now you can see this is histogram. Let's make that bigger, and histogram demand id, and here it's the frequency and demand id. So demand id 0 20 40 60 80 it's taken. Now 246, and here you can see 2468, and this place is the frequency, this place is the demand id. If I don't do this, okay, let's delete. Now here after directly connecting without doing any filter, so whatever the record inside there, that directly go to the histogram. Now let's run and check. So there are a bunch of different records inside there. Now you can see it's done. Here incoming record, and inside the histogram you can see. So it was 246. Now here you can see 0 50 100 200. So this is the frequency range, and at this place you can see demand id, so 32 till 3500. Now somewhere you can see this place here frequency was low at these places, and all are almost same. Now let's click on this, and hereafter you can make that plot. So narrow a smaller, wider, larger number of bandwidth. So when you give add here plot 1, now you can see there is the arrow of curve kind of arrow, you can see that places. So it's still running, new workflow running, it's done. Now hereafter let's go to histogram. Here you can see this is the curve kind of arrow, it's come there. Now hereafter there is the graphical option. So here you can make that resolution higher. So when you make that resolution higher, so that place at this places there is here you can see this is the density, it's come there, no frequency, it's come there density. But if I make that here 1, now let's go this places, and here it was okay when that value is higher then that come density, if the lower then that was frequency. Now let's run and check. So I've given 1x, no any changes, and here 31% it's done. Now here after let's go, and here this is the density. So here this is when the pointy values come, then that calculated the density. Now here after the next is let's enable disable this plot, and now check here this is the things, still arrow is there. Now I don't want this arrow, so unchecked and rerun. Now you can see this is running workflow, and you can see the changes. So here let's select this. Now you can see frequency, and here this is the demand ID. So when you enable this property plot or smoother density curve, then that places density come. But if you disable this option plot a smoother density, then when you enable then density come, when you disable then frequency come. So according to definition of histogram, you can rate frequency or display when density plot is not selected. So it's not selected, then frequency come, but here selected, and probability when option is selected, Okay, so this is things about the histogram. The main purpose of this histogram to draw tabular data according to frequency or density wise according to given column. So column selected, demand ID. You can select other columns. So here I selected demand ID. Now let's select demand and run again workflow. You can see the changes on the histogram. So here incoming record 3294 KB, sorry 121 KB, and 3294 rows. Now hereafter click on this. Here you can see this is the histogram, and this places 0 to that this range, they are total values near to 3000. But if I go at this place, here to here only few values, and this place very small values. So here this is the way we can use the histogram inside Alteryx designer, and there is a graphical option, you can make that bigger. So here you can change the resolution. Now if I change the resolution, then you can see the differences. So it's let's see on this. So here you can see when I make that, it's so frequency and this looks so smaller. Okay, now here after the next is you can decrease the width, height and base font size, this all. So I hope guys this video is helpful for you. So now in this video it's over. So thanks for watching. See you next video. Thank you.